The State General Assembly has now taken notice of this and gotten involved. Let's talk about a couple of things that are going on there. First of all, something called the STOP Act set to take effect on January 1st.
Right. This is an attempt to monitor and keep a better handle on the actual prescribing of medications of opioids for pain management. This is something that has not always gotten favorable reviews from people in the medical community, for instance, who think that it may well be too restrictive in the way that it handles the issue of prescribing pain medicine. But it is, again, it's a very conscious effort by the state to get involved in this situation.
Then we also have Representative Greg Murphy out of Pitt County. He wants to look at criminal justice reforms.
Right.
What's the issue there?
Greg Murphy's a physician, for one thing. He's an MD. And what he would like to do is to look at ways the criminal justice system deals with people who are involved in taking drugs illegally. In this case, we're talking about drugs that might be prescribed, but that were taken off prescription, were taken for uses for which they were not intended, and how the criminal justice system quite often has just tended to warehouse people. And this is a way to almost ensure that someone who has a dependency or addiction problem doesn't get rid of that dependency or addiction problem, because there are drug courts in various jurisdictions in this state and elsewhere, and they treat, much like the juvenile system treats adult offenders differently, the drug courts treat drug offenders differently than it might treat your breaking and entering or your armed robbery convict or whatever. There's access to counseling, there's access to drug treatment. The judges involved get personally involved quite often in the lives of the people who come through their courts.